Hey, good morning.
Who?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I don't respond to anything until everybody stands up.
I'll go ahead and say all rise, please.
There we go.
Thank you for attending M.A.S.S today, which is June the 13th of 2021. Please be seated. And now, a reading from the Book of Bros, according to Bro and Luke Duke. Praise be to all that stuff. There are 4 things about your bro that you must respect in all conditions, Corvette
Wait a
Ronnie.
minute. Let me get a notebook.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
His house,
Yeah.
his parents, his
Okay.
girlfriend, and most
Yep.
important of all, his car.
Yep.
You must never leave your bro alone without a ride. No matter how much you want to get some,
Yeah.
there is no way you're letting him walk more than 3 blocks.
True dat.
And 3 blocks is not 3 miles. That
No.
ain't right. And then finally this morning from the Book of Bro, the fist bump is a form of appreciation. You shall use it to show acceptance, appreciation, or a go for it. Use this weapon often to have your bros know that you are on their side. This has been a reading from the Book of Bros.
Good call.
Bros.
Good call.
Glad you're here this morning. I'm Lou Gallagher, and on my to-do list today, I'm going to be calling Locks for Love.
Oh,
You know that organization where you can donate your hair, and
are you looking to get a donation or?
No, as you can see, I don't need a donation. I need to make a donation. And if you haven't noticed, what I've been doing is taking the hair from my mustache and beard and my ears. And what I'm doing, Ronnie, is I'm brushing it over. See?
Okay.
So, whoops. Oh, now I got it.
Oh,
Now I feel like Jerry on Parks and Rec.
so you're doing an ear comb over.
It's an ear and nose hair comb over.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Today when I do it, I'm gonna go through it with a weed eater and kind of knock it down first a little bit.
Good call.
Yeah, and then I'll cut it in such a way.
I mean, you'd have to have some pretty heavy duty clippers to get through that thing. Yeah.
Also, Ronnie, this morning, I need to know something.
Okay.
Why am I seeing commercials for the first time in my 60-some years of women simulating that they're shaving their bikini area? And then as if that weren't implying that that's what they're doing with that razor down there on the, the old
The landing strip.
honey pot.
You said it.
I know. I don't need that. And I haven't needed that for the last 60-some years. And now I'm seeing it almost on every commercial because, I watch the MTVs and for the videos mostly. And
Right.
And so that commercial is running because that's the demographic that they're looking for.
Yeah, I have not watched MTV, I don't know, for probably 10 or 15 years or more.
Well, I watch it for the ridiculousness show. You know that. And
Oh, you know what? That show is on sometimes when I go into work. Because I have to be at work some mornings at 4:30 in the morning. And when
Wow.
I get there, that show is on.
Yeah. Yeah, it usually is on my TV like overnight. So when my wife gets up in the morning for work, and the intro music is extra loud. Extra.
Hey, guess who was first in the room today?
Oh, that's what I don't have up here. Ronnie, go ahead and say good morning to some of our viewers for me, all right?
So Melanie Dodson was first in.
It comes as no surprise.
followed very closely by Rick Clemenson,
Good job,
Kathy
Rick.
Garcia,
Mm-hmm.
Tisha McGrew, Robert, Table Saws here, Matt McGrew, Jason Dent, Vicky is here, Hoolie's here,
Man,
the whole gang.
what
We
the
got
heck
14
happened?
people in the room already.
What the heck happened?
It's crazy.
Oh, there we go. Now I've
It's
got
crazy
it.
up in this room.
Okay. All right. So glad that you're here, to all of you guys. Tisha McGrew says not to be viewed by children or anybody. Well, you know, the MTV demographic is probably,
Not child oriented.
well, I mean, I'm not comfortable talking about this anymore. I know it goes on, and you know what? I don't begrudge you anything. If you've got some business matters down there that you need to tend to,
Hey, I'm fine with it.
sure.
Yeah.
I just don't need to see it in every commercial break.
I don't need to know about it.
Right.
What they do is okay.
Whatever you do, whatever you choose,
I'm fine with it,
all good.
but I don't need to know about it.
Uh-uh. That's where we stand as men on that topic right there.
True enough.
Okay.
Yes.
And I don't need to hear about any of your ladyscaping.
No. No more than they should hear about ours.
Well, remember last week I was prepared to shave my armpits,
True.
and
True.
I did not do that.
True. But you did just tell us recently that you cutting your ear hair. That's manscaping also. Just saying.
You know, it seems like
You're a hypocrite.
I'm a hypocrite. It seems to me that I have to do that like every week. Excuse me.
Yep.
These rogue hairs.
I have a tiny little mirror, and then I have a
Thank God. I thought you were going to say something else. That's what she said.
and then a very small Swiss Army knife that has little scissors on it. And that's how I trim the ear and nose hair. And I also keep the eyebrows on point, with that. So,
Oh, yeah. Those are crazy.
the hair thing is kind of, both of us still have pretty much full head of hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is pretty amazing for guys in their 60s.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like it's like hair goes, you know what? I'm feeling kind of lazy. I'm not really going to go all the way to the top of the head. I see some light at the ear. I think I'm going to exit there.
Yeah.
And then, oh, look, the nose. Yeah, I can get out there. That's quick.
And if only those nose hairs were like a semi-buried golf lie, and you could take like a sand wedge and really whack the hell out of underneath the ball, and then replace that divot, but the hair wouldn't grow back.
No, it's like you landed in the sand trap and then somebody stepped on it.
How long do you think we can do this?
Probably too long. Let me see.
Well,
we're
already
at
got
17
one
years.
dislike. I can understand that. Good morning to Randy Brazil. I noticed that Melanie Dodson is remaining awfully quiet during this topic.
It's probably hot up there.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's hot.
You know what?
Right.
Next week, we're going to have 102, 105, 107, and back to 102. I think it all starts on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That's not even funny.
That's 4 days in a row of over 100. That's hot.
People start to smell.
They start to smell worse.
Worse.
People smell anyway.
Whoops, I put the second finger up before I got to the issue. Second, they become very impatient while driving.
Yes.
Number 3, They become mostly irritated when they have to go out in it and do some shopping of some sort. It's just not. It's not a friendly time after 4 days of that. Go ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead.
No. Hooli just said every guy should shave their legs, then crawl into crisp, clean cotton sheets. It feels so good.
All right. I'll revisit. We'll circle back. You know, Hooli, it was Hooli, right?
Yes.
Hooli, when you get to be this age, and I can't speak for Ron, and here's why, though. I've seen him in shorts. I have never, like during a band rehearsal,
Right.
I've never noticed whether he has hair on his legs at this point. But I will weigh in and tell you this. I have very little hair left on my legs at all.
Oh.
It's almost like wearing pants. Irritates the hell out of the hair, and they go, you know what?
I'm out.
We're done. We're done here. We have no more business.
I've still got pretty hairy legs, and it was funny because when I had knee surgery a few years ago, first thing they do is they shave your leg, and since I was having knee surgery, they shaved about 4 inches above my knee and 4 inches below my knee, and it was the most ridiculous looking thing ever for about 6 months until the hair grew back in. So,
yeah, I remember that from high school football and basketball, getting my knees and ankles taped.
yes.
It's kind of interesting. No, that's not. No. Hooli, try it, Lou. You won't be disappointed. All right. I'll try it, but I don't think it's going to grow back.
Ooh, Melanie says 92 degrees there today, but 113 on Friday.
Yeah, skip right to the Masterpiece barbecue sauce.
That's
That's
when you start. Dang, that's hot.
All right, Ronnie. Let's see. I wanted to talk about yesterday. All my troubles seem so. Oh, we can't do that, huh? Because of the library. All right.
Not the Beatles.
So yesterday I had my second inoculation.
That's right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the rest of the zombie hood.
Yep. I had it done about 10:15 in the morning or so. And I prepared to just, be kind of down for a little while afterwards. When you're a man, you don't deal with petty stuff like this. The pain of this shot, the pain from this shot, it doesn't even compare to the pain that I go through with my back every day. So if you're thinking, oh my gosh, woe is me, my shoulder hurts.
Right.
Sure, it hurts.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not nearly as bad. Anyway. All right. So,
did you have any other little side effects?
No, not a one.
No,
I'm a man.
I didn't have either.
I'm a man.
Yeah.
Guys like
Even
me.
Yeah.
Table Saw 818.
Yep.
And even you, Ronnie. We are men.
We're men among
men.
men.
Some little. You know what I did do? You know what I might could do? I came home here and I immediately went out to the tool. I don't know what you call that. It's a rolling toolbox, but it's not like typical.
Tool chest?
Yeah, I like that, but it's open. And I got the magnet out and I put the magnet on my shot. Because I'm always thinking of the show.
Right.
Always.
Did it stick?
No.
That's a bunch of hooey.
And the other thing too, this guy that administers the shot, he's no doctor, he's no nurse. I'm not even sure what he is, but he's authorized to deliver the message, if you will.
He got his authorization via the internet.
Right. Kind of like, I'm a minister.
It's like being able to perform weddings.
Sure, I could do that right here. If anybody wants to get married.
It probably takes more to get to perform weddings than it does to administer a vaccine. honestly.
Well, maybe they go hand in hand. I'll have to check.
They might. There's like one more box you have to check.
Yeah, and they get you the paperwork really quickly because that's why they're in the business, to
Right.
sell all those certificates, which I have somewhere around here. I should. And speaking of, whoops, did I show you what I've been? Oh, I don't know if I can do that.
Oh.
I
Oh,
don't, I don't know if I can do it, Ronnie.
there. Right there. Burt Bacharach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B.J. Thomas, who just passed away.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Yep. Jackie DeShannon. What the world needs now is more turntables for people to play vinyl. Dusty Springfield.
Oh, boy.
This Girl's in Love with You. That's another Burt Bacharach. Gene Pitney, The Shirelles. Jerry Butler, the Iceman.
Oh, yes.
And I don't
He
know.
wrote some of the best songs.
Yeah, he was quite the performer.
Didn't he also write, is it MacArthur Park?
I think you might be right.
I think so. I really love that song.
If we could get some of our Burt Bacharach again. I don't want you to think that's all we do is listen to Burt Bacharach, okay? Because there's a Glenn Campbell around here. All right. In the first federal ruling on vaccine mandates, a Houston judge dismissed yesterday a lawsuit by hospital employees who declined the COVID-19 shot, a decision that could have a ripple effect across the nation. The case involved Houston Methodist Hospital, which was the first hospital system in the country to require that all its employees get vaccinated. U.S. Federal District Judge Lynn N. Hughes said federal law does not prevent employers from issuing that mandate. Also, after months of warnings, the hospital had to put more than 170 of its 26,000 employees on unpaid suspension.
Wow.
You remember I told you that before all this vaccine took place, that I did not want to get backed into a corner on this.
Right.
And I don't.
Lo and behold.
Yeah. Ultimately,
Where did you end up? Right in that corner.
I did. And I knew it was going to happen.
Yep.
Ronnie wasn't as adamant against it as I was. But I just don't know that you can make people do that. You can give them incentives, but
The California lottery thing is an incentive. And I guess there's a big drawing coming up on the 15th or something, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a $15 million one. I think they're doing, I don't know, like 100 people at $150,000 each or something like that. It'd be worth it.
If it's so good, why do you have to give it all that hoopla?
Yeah.
You know, when I recently had, what the hell was it? Some kind
Syphilis?
of a procedure.
Was it your treatment for syphilis?
Maybe that's what
gonorrhea?
it was. The person asked, I know what it was. It was when I was having an MRI done. And they asked me if I'd gotten the inoculation or if I was going to get it. And I said, no, I'd rather not. I said, I'm sure that's probably against everything that you believe in. She goes, oh, hell no. There's a huge amount of nurses here on staff that do not want the shot.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, wow, that kind of speaks volumes.
You would think that as a group of people, healthcare workers would want it more than anybody because they might typically be exposed to the virus. So
it doesn't take rocket science to figure that out.
right. And there were some healthcare workers early on that had coronavirus and were ill. I'm sure there were even some across the country that died from it early on, but they kind of figured out a treatment plan for it. And I think if you catch it now, I was just talking to somebody at work. I've actually ran into my first coworker. He's new out at the dam. I worked a graveyard shift Friday, and he's new to the dam, and he actually had coronavirus. He was one of the people that caught it. And we had, I don't know, a couple dozen in the whole department of 3,000 or more employees. We had a couple dozen that caught it. He had it. He had to quarantine at home, but he's like, I felt good, but I was just mad that I couldn't go anywhere because he was, self-quarantining.
And getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah. So, in fact, they gave us 80 hours of COVID time.
Right.
I think I might want to test positive real quick and use those COVID hours. I think they'll probably pay us for them on my terminal check. When I finally retire for good, I think I'll get paid out for it. So I guess I'll go that route.
For having never used your COVID time.
Yes.
Wow. All right. Moving on, a Delta Airlines pilot asked strong males, men, to help subdue a problem passenger who turned out to be an off-duty flight attendant during a chaotic flight from L.A. to Atlanta on Friday. A Delta spokesperson reportedly said the unnamed off-duty flight attendant hijacked the plane's public address system to speak to passengers about their oxygen masks during Flight 1730, which prompted a dramatic tussle with passengers. Ding, 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 ding.
That Flight 1730 that flight is problem.
Notoriously. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Lots of problems on Flight 1730, always.
Ne'er-do-wells mostly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So this is the captain's. This is your captain speaking. We'd like all strong males to come to the front of the aircraft to handle a problem passenger, the pirate. Our mateys, we got a rough and rowdy flight attendant that needs to be taken down. A 38-second video, pirate. I'm such a doofus. If ever there was a bad place to make a mistake in a sentence, it's there. A 38-second video shared to Twitter, or the Twitters as we like to call it, shows several male passengers wrestling. Are you kidding me? With the man at the front of the plane. Help! Help! One person can be heard yelling in the clip. Keep him down! Keep him down! Another person can be heard. The video has been viewed more than 2.3 million times since it was shared online Friday evening. In a statement, Delta spokesperson said the aircraft landed without incident and the passenger was removed by... They don't take that lightly.
No. All that stuff is... I'm not sure how that's going to work because you can get put on the no-fly list. And what if flying is your job? I have a feeling that there was a little alcohol involved. You think?
Well, I can try to scan down a little further.
Because it's not rational behavior. And and I will admit that people are suffering probably from a little PTSD after all of this. And so if you throw a little alcohol or maybe alcohol and some other, you know, not, you know, some other prescription medication, people could lose their minds a little bit. I'm not trying to condone it. In fact, way the other way, completely the opposite of that. But I get it.
Well, no mention of alcohol in the article. It probably wouldn't look good for anybody that was involved in that. So
Yep.
we'll just move on to what's next. Ron, you work at Folsom Dam.
Yes.
And the wreckage of a small airplane was found deep underwater in a California lake as workers were testing surveying equipment. It was reported the wreckage in Folsom Lake could likely be the remains of a plane that crashed in 1965, possibly solving a 56-year-old mystery. What can you tell us on this story that you're not going to read in the papers?
So this plane crashed on New Year's Day, 1965. It struck another plane in the air and it crashed. And there were, I believe, 3 or 4 people in the plane. They found the pilot's body, but nobody else's. So over the years, in fact, the water was pretty low. I don't know, like 3 years ago or so, probably 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they had a company come out that had a very high-tech side shot sonar. And he ran that side shot sonar through a lot of the lake and they couldn't find the plane. That was the best technology available at the time. Well, just last Friday, and this was in fact the day that I worked out there, they had a surveying team and they had a brand new piece of equipment and they sunk it and they saw what is very clearly an airplane in a very deep part of the lake, but it's in the, I guess it would be the South Fork of the river area. So kind of in El Dorado County, over by like Browns Ravine, if you're familiar with that at all.
Sure.
Up that area. And I think they said it's in 150 feet of water, maybe 165, something like that.
I had no idea that lake was that deep.
It's deep in some areas. It's very deep in some areas. Like right in front of the dam, it's 400 feet deep.
God damn.
Seriously. Damn. Yeah. The dam is damn deep.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, I'm not sure. They still haven't decided whether they're going to try to recover the airplane. There are probably still several, remains of people inside it. So, not sure what the protocol is from here.
We'll keep you posted as we hear some local news.
I'm sure they'll ask the family what their feelings are and if they want to recover it or not.
All right. Today on the show, our fantasy draft.
Oh, boy.
We have decided that it will be TV shows that we recommend binge watching. Is that what we decided on?
No, it was a TV show characters.
Oh, right.
That you would want in an apocalyptic situation.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
Let's say that once again. This would be a team, a 3-character team that we are going to draft in order to fight the zombies. All
yes.
Right? So now we need some suggestions. Let me open up my chat. In fact, let's go to the chat right now before. Let's see.
So Vicky says the actual drawing for the lotto is 10 people win 1.5 million. Woohoo!
Wow.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Melanie writes, did you get your card? Yeah, what did I do with it? I showed it to you.
You didn't lose it.
All right, here. Yeah,
Can't go anywhere without your card. There it
there
is.
it is. I got my card. Let's see.
Oh, Robert says Daryl from Walking Dead. And what's the bat's name? Is the bat's name Lucy or something like that?
The bat?
Yeah, there's a bat with nails through it and chain on it and stuff. I don't watch Walking Dead,
Oh,
but I think Daryl, can you help us out here? I mean, not Daryl, Robert. Sorry, Robert? Can you help us out? What's the bat's name? Lucille. Lucille. There you go.
okay.
Thank you.
Robert's up on his pop culture. Okay, Ronnie. So I don't know that I'm prepared to do this, but I'm gonna run it up the old flagpole and see who salutes it. All right.
If you think about it, there's a couple of very obvious choices. So just think about it for a second, and maybe we'll get some from the chat. Anybody?
I'm looking at the chat right now, folks. So if you've got an idea, there's a very good chance I might use it.
Yeah.
Ronnie said to me that he had a great one that he wouldn't even need the other ones.
I've got the obvious number one. Yeah, I think so. Although my number 2, 3, and 4 are pretty solid also. So I think with your lack of preparation, I think I'm going to win this one.
With my lack of preparation, I make up for my perspiration. All right.
All right. We'll warm this up. Oh, I know how I'm going this week. Yeah.
I'm
I
ready.
know how I'm going. There we go.
Let's see where you can see it. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Ronnie's going to go first.
Yep. And right off the bat, number one, and if you think about this is the guy, MacGyver. So obvious.
Yeah. Okay.
MacGyver.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. And totally different than MacGruber.
Ah, that's who I was going to go with to counteract you, but you spoiled it for me. Okay, so my first pick which is the second pick in the first round, I'm going to go with Jon Snow.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm
like
also
it.
going to go with
That's right.
the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, boy. Yep.
There's a two-man team right there. Tell you what.
Pretty strong.
Pretty strong.
Although, my next pick.
Yeah.
Also,
well, you have 2 picks, so you better make them good.
Yeah. But my next one is he's like, I got the number 1, but then I also got 1A, because if MacGyver can't do it, you know who can? Chuck Norris.
Bob Vila.
Chuck Norris.
Oh, Chuck Norris.
Yeah, Chuck Norris.
I don't
I got a
know.
little help on that one.
Did you?
Yes.
Was that from Vinny?
No, I can't say who it is, but
All right.
they're in the chat room, and thank you for that.
Uncle Titus wants to know what's the topic. Well, we're doing fantasy draft, and we're doing build a team of 3 people or 3 characters to battle the zombies in a apocalyptic setting.
Yes.
Easy for me.
Yes. And my number 3 pick is the A Team.
The whole A team?
It's a show. Yeah.
Now, does that mean I can't take the AA team?
I pity the fool.
Wow, the whole A team. So then, in that case, I'm going to take the Human Justice League. I got it. That's my last pick. Isn't that the name of them? The Human Justice League?
I really thought you were going to go with the Power Rangers, but
I was going to go with a girl, but your pick inspired me. There's no way I can lose after that. There's no way I can lose. I've got Batman. I got freaking Superman. The Hulk.
I think their powers are against zombies are, I don't know, they're ill prepared for that.
Man of Steel. I got the Man of Steel, for God's sakes, people. All right, let's get those votes in now. Matt McGrew says James Bond.
Yeah, Uncle Titus said Joe Biden. I think he's already a zombie, technically. So, yeah, I'm not sure you can pick him.
I think he's a secret agent. And I think he's got a phone in his shoe.
All right, so get your votes in. Let's recap real quick.
Okay.
I've got MacGyver, Chuck Norris.
That's a good one.
And the A-Team. I mean, the man could make like a telephone out of a paper clip and a rubber band.
I know.
Yeah. And then Lou has Jon Snow, Incredible Hulk, and the Human Justice League.
The Human Justice League, people.
I think it's just the Justice League because a couple of them aren't humans. So I think it's just the Justice League.
Well, I don't want to label anybody or stereotype them.
Rick says that Ronnie wins by a long shot. Thank you.
Rick is back on the go-go juice.
Rick, you're not wrong though. Thank you.
Jack says my sleeper pick is Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, and that bike. Yeah, he's undefeatable on that bike.
Yeah,
never been beat on that bike.
I think his
Jason says Ronnie took it and ran away. Thank you,
Pee Wee's
Jason.
superhero name is the Masturbator, not the Terminator.
It's a completely different skill set
and section in the movie store.
I have a very particular set of skills.
Yes, very particular.
Sasha says Ronnie. All right. Oh, although she's got to be on to vote because I made that rule last week, so I'm going to follow it. So I appreciate it, Sasha. Tisha says it's Ronnie for the win.
Somebody's got to vote for Lou.
Matt says it's Ronnie for the win. Yeah, I think MacGyver and Chuck Norris, those guys right there, and then the A-Team are just there to, drive the van and clean up the mess, basically. Sorry, Lou, going with Ronnie for the win. It's 5-0. We're pitching a shutout so far.
I'm Batman.
Batman.
I'm the Batman.
That's Papa Goldberg. That's how he says Batman. It's Batman.
Uncle Titus says, let's make it unanimous. Ronnie.
Thank you.
Sorry,
that makes
Lou,
it
says
6.
Melanie. Ronnie for the win.
Yep.
Sasha.
Oh, there's Sasha.
She did vote.
Now I can count Sasha's vote.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. You realize a vote for Ronnie is a vote against people like Superman, Aquaman, Spider-Man, the Botman.
That Aquaman movie was pretty riveting, wasn't it?
Wasn't it, though? Let me describe that movie for you. It's about this guy and some water. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Robert, he wants to avoid the shutout, so he gave you the sympathy vote.
I knew I could count on him. I knew it.
Robert, you're a good man.
I was getting whitewashed here.
You were getting MacGyvered is what was happening.
Yeah.
You got MacGyvered.
I got MacGrubered. Or Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan would have been a pretty solid pick too. Yeah. Because that dude can like run up buildings. He's like parkour level 10.
When my grandson was smaller, he could say was Piderman. As Piderman, Bappa. Piderman. And so now that he's 5, he gets really irritated if you say it that way.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
really? Oh, dang.
Oh, yeah. He'll let you know.
Yep. My daughter used to mix up Y's and L's.
Yeah, sure. A lot of kids do.
So she would say, turn off the yite.
The yite.
Like it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the yite. But then she would also say, the sun is Lello.
A beautiful shade of Lello.
It's Lello. Yeah.
She was consistent.
Cute. It was cute.
All right.
She's 30 something now. It's not
there's
cute.
There's no
anymore.
way I can possibly come back from this.
No. I've built an insurmountable lead, and I'm taking it this week.
Essentially, what I did was I prepared to fail because I failed to prepare.
Yes, that is exactly what happened.
I know.
I did. I gave it a solid 30 seconds of thought before I jumped in there.
I had no business in your kitchen today.
Yep. And I put you in your place.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you sure did. All right. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck.
That would have been two good people to have with you in an apocalyptic situation.
I think they might be a little busy, if you know what I mean. Their on-again relationship has made it the year 2002 all over again, and no one is complaining. In fact, if you take a look at a headline like, say, this one from the Daily Mail, and you see Lopez in what has been identified as Affleck's flannel shirt.
Oh, that's a good look.
You might check TV Guide and make sure Friends isn't coming out with new episodes. Get it? 2002. Okay, I got that.
Right. I got that.
No, it's 2021, and Bennifer is a thing once again, Ronnie. And Lopez was seen wearing Affleck's shirt in public several times, a shirt that he's worn in the past 3 years several times.
She's going to stretch it out.
Yeah, well, he was a Batman.
True.
Wasn't he?
He was.
The rekindled, this is the part I wanted to get to right here. The rekindled relationship, which the couple officially called off in 2004, has come as a bit of surprise celebrity news following Affleck's breakup with actress Ana de Armas and Lopez's split with A-Rod.
You read the first time.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'll make a note here on the story. The two are now apparently planning to live closer to each other. Lopez is moving from Miami to L.A., where Affleck lives.
Oh, wow. I did not know he was a Los Angeles resident.
If you had hope for A-Rod getting back,
ain't going to happen.
Even if you are A-Rod watching,
ain't going to happen.
You need to move it along, sir.
Yeah. He's going to have to start picking off the B list.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone on the A list is going to take him anymore.
I'm afraid I agree with you. Is it just us, or does it seem like everyone is getting back with their exes this summer? First, the reunion of Bennifer then there was Kanye West being spotted with his ex-boo, Irina Shayk, in France.
Ooh.
But even Bennifer couldn't have prepared us for Angelina Jolie's reunion with her ex-husband, Jonny Lee Miller. Say it with me, everyone. Who?
Don't know that name.
In new pictures, Angelina Jolie was spotted arriving without bodyguard at Miller's apartment alongside a pricey bottle of Peter Michael wine. 3 hours later, at around 10:30, Jolie was seen leaving the premises. So now we know how long it takes to make love to Angelina Jolie. About 3 hours.
And drink a bottle of wine.
A whole bottle, more than likely.
Yeah.
So, Ronnie, write this down.
Okay.
Make love to Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
Set aside 3 hours.
Yes.
Let's try to get that done by next weekend, okay?
It's on my bucket list now.
All right, very good.
Yep.
Sylvester Stallone's home is for sale. 30 Park 30 Beverly Park is on the market for, get this. What if I told you it was for $10 million?
I'd say you're probably too low.
What if I told you $50 million?
I'd say that seems about right.
What if I told you $85 million for this house?
I'd say that's a little bit high. I'd say he's a little bit high.
I'd be afraid to go potty.
Well, maybe he needs some additional surgical work.
Would you like some more details on this casa?
Please. Yes.
The home sits on a sprawling lot, which is nearly 3.5 acres.
Where's it located, first of all? What city?
In LA.
I would have thought I thought he's a Philly guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean,
this is overlooking. Oh, I'll get to it. Here we go.
Okay.
The mansion has 8 bedrooms, 9 full bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. The home has a large infinity pool.
Ooh, okay.
Overlooking Los Angeles, complete with a statue of Stallone himself as Rocky.
See, I think there is actually that statue in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken, like at the top of
at those stairs that he ran.
The stairs at Freedom Park or whatever that's called. Yeah.
This looks sort of like that.
Okay. Is it full-size statue? Yeah.
It appears to be in relation to the diving board where the swimming pool is.
It actually is probably because, Sylvester Stallone's not a very big man. He's not like, I don't know, I think he's like 5'7" or 5'8", something like that. So it's probably larger than life, more than likely.
But still large next to Tom Cruise.
Yes. Yeah, he's got an inch or two on Tom Cruise for sure.
All right. So, Ronnie, from time to time here on the left coast, you and I talk about burger places. And no matter where you are in the country, around the country, you've heard of Californians singing the praise of In-N-Out Burger. Here's the story. The most popular West Coast burger chain is accused of mistreating its workers.
Uh-oh.
While lauded as serving the best fast food burger on the West Coast and even in the country, the customer favorite In-N-Out doesn't seem to be as beloved by its staff. A new lawsuit brought against the chain by a former employee alleges that In-N-Out violated California labor laws in several ways detrimental to the health and well-being of its employees. Now, that's pretty vague. But again, I say, if you're anywhere in the country hearing my voice, you're going, well, it's California. That says a lot right there.
Right.
So, Luis Becerra, who worked for the iconic burger brand for 5 years before being terminated in May of 2020, said that his employer discriminated against him for taking lawful sick leave, failed to pay him wages upon termination, failed to provide accurate wage statements, and failed to provide personnel files in a timely fashion. Furthermore, Becerra alleges the chain did not follow proper safety protocol to protect its workers against COVID-19, noting his workplace was full of sick employees, according to an article.
So I'm about 99% certain that In-N-Out is a franchise. So they're all individual. There may be some company stores, but by and large, they're individually owned. So if there's a problem, it's because I will tell you, In-N-Out, in fact, every franchise runs a pretty tight ship. There are certain things you have to do. There are sources for their meat and their vegetables, the way they do their accounting, the way they do their payroll. Everything is pretty tightly controlled. So if there's an issue, it's because of a very bad owner or a very, very bad manager.
Let's move into sports if we could. And Charles Barkley isn't one to hold anything back, ever. Even when discussing his friendships. The former NBA star turned analyst for Turner Sports has a lot of friends, many of whom are athletes. Over the years, Barkley has developed a friendship with none other than Phil Mickelson.
Oh, all right. Very nice.
Barkley recently...
He didn't learn his swing from Lefty, though.
Oh, no. Although I have seen his swing in the new 3.0 Charles Barkley swing, and it's actually pretty good.
He doesn't have that hitch?
No, the hitch is gone. How long it's going to be gone, I don't know. Barkley recently admitted that Mickelson can actually be quite annoying as a friend. Phil Mickelson, here's what he says. Phil Mickelson is a great friend of mine. I've known him a long time, him and Amy. They're awesome. But Phil is that annoying friend. Don't be that guy. Phil is that guy. That's what Barkley said during the American Century Championships Media Day. When you ask him a question, instead of answering your question, Phil is like, if you said to him, hey, what's the weather like? He says, you want the humidity, the barometric pressure, the high and low for the day? No, man, I just want the damn weather. Tell me what the temperature is right now.
Okay, that's annoying. That would be annoying.
That's Cliff from Cheers bordering on annoying. As you might know, Sammy.
You know what? And I can appreciate Charles Barkley because he is one of those guys that doesn't care about what people think about him. He is going to tell you exactly what he thinks. He's fairly reasonable. If Charles Barkley tells you somebody is annoying, they probably are annoying.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care.
No.
No.
I think I saw him one time talking about how much money he's lost at one sitting.
Yeah.
And it was way over $1 million.
He's a gambler.
Yeah. He's a big time gambler.
He's also, so just recently, he said that he's against the NBA super teams.
Yeah.
That's when all the players get together and they like, hey, let's all go to New Jersey this year. He said he roots against them. I'm right with him. I'm the same way. You should not be able to form your own super team.
Uncle Titus says Charles Barkley is annoying.
He can be a little annoying.
Yes, he can. All right. Tell you what, I think we're going to bring this sucker home a little early. I'll be honest with you, I'm feeling a little nauseous right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I don't want to take any chances.
That would be something if you could like projectile vomit and hit the camera. This thing would go viral. Can you try? Can you try to work up a little vomit?
You really want me to try and throw up?
Just one spout right at the camera.
I'm not going to do that. No.
Can we hear from some people, some encouragement from the people in the room?
No.
Come on.
We don't need that. No one wants to see it. Trust me, Ronnie. Table Saw 818 says In-N-Out is not a franchise.
I didn't know that. I read that.
Your wife says the Snyder family owns In-N-Out and won't franchise it.
Well, then there's a rogue franchise. I'm sorry, there's a rogue In-N-Out somewhere.
Well, I think that the reason they won't franchise it in some parts of the country is because they have these restrictions on how far they'll ship food before it's not considered to be fresh.
Yeah,
I believe that's what it is. Yep. All right. Okay, Ronnie. Got to get out of here today.
Yep. Before he spews.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Turn that off.
He's going to hurl.
Today we have the All-Star race for NASCAR. Didn't get to that story. Um, I think it's on a little later this afternoon. I think it's on 4 o'clock on the West Coast.
You know what? Until they're all driving equally prepared. Remember when they used to do the IROC series?
They have a series like that now that Tony Stewart is doing. I watched it last night.
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
because the cars are prepared exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
No advantage car wise to anybody. It's
Right.
all in your setup and the driver's skill.
What did we used to call that?
The IROC,
IROC. That's what it was.
International Race of Champions.
Yeah, that's what Tony Stewart is doing right now with a group of people. They were at some small track in the Midwest last night, and I guess next week they're going to be on dirt.
Ooh,
And,
nice.
And that's what these cars are. They're all set up identically, same motors, all the same stuff. It's just a different driver. IndyCar drivers, dirt drivers, local drivers. A local driver won last night from wherever that race was held.
He knew the track.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, guys. We will talk to you next Sunday for Father's Day.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do. Well, we'll talk about our fantasy draft, but maybe Father's Day gifts or something. Last minute Father's Day gifts like we did Mother's Day.
Yeah, okay. There's a possibility we'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Have yourselves a great Sunday, and we'll see you next week for Mass. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. That ended fast.